Hey guys, it's Ezra. I've decided I'm gonna start vlogging my countdown to see A Star Is Born, and I'm on my way to work and I cannot wait. Like, I'm so excited, I can't concentrate on anything, and I need to shut up about it because everybody is getting annoyed. Most of America's seen it, which just saddens me. But Australia, we coming. Oh my gosh, I can't breathe. I literally ran back because I was in the tram and I saw these posters. This is the most promo I have gotten in my area this whole time. Did you see how beautiful they looked? I need to know where I can get those posters because they don't release that one. They only have the one of them writing music together. For those individual ones, I didn't even think we'd get them. This is way too exciting. People probably think I'm crazy, but I don't care. I'm dying. Look at this. Look at that. I can't feel. Oh my god, I can't believe it. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. It's Ezra May, and I hope you enjoyed my vlogs just then. And now it's been over a month and I still can't process it, to be honest. So what exactly did I think of A Star Is Born? Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before. If you haven't seen it, you've clicked on the right video. I recommend that you see it in Dolby Atmos surround sound right now. And you can watch the rest of this video because this is my non-spoiler review for A Star Is Born. I have been waiting for this movie for the last 5 months. I finally got to see it. It was incredible. And remember, my opinion is subjective. You might hate it. I don't know why, but you might hate it. And what I'm hoping to do with this video is make you go see the film with a different mindset to what you might have previously. It is, at this point, getting a little bit overhyped. I'm sure a lot of people have recommended it to you already, but I still encourage you to go and see it and make up your own mind because there's something in it for everyone. It is a grand film. I think that's the right word to describe it because it reminds you of those old Hollywood films of the 50s and 60s where it was just quite a big kind of experience. You really go through the journey that these characters are going through. The number one thing that I got from this movie is that love is real. If you're a cynic, hopefully this makes you no more a cynic because love is so real. It's beautiful. It is high, it is low, it is everything, but it makes the world go round. And if you don't believe in love after seeing this film, I don't know what to tell you because this film is all about reigniting that feeling in all of us that we're all connected, that we all need each other, that we're in each other's lives for a reason. Like, this film really made me think about my own life and what I've been doing to show love to people that I love, like my family, my friends, just everything. The Oscar buzz is so real and so deserved. I cannot wait for January and February where all the nominations kick in. I think it deserves all the praise that it's getting right now. Some of you might be skeptical, but I honestly think it's really deserved. Universally, it is a mainstream film, but at the same time, it's got a very independent kind of feel about it. This is possibly due to the very small budget that Bradley Cooper had to make this film. It's really doing well because of how different it is, yet so familiar. Like, it's something that this world has been lacking. It is quite a long film. It runs at 135 minutes, but I didn't feel that it was long. Maybe because I am obsessed with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. I just think you kind of were in the scene. Every scene kind of seems like it's real time. Some people said that the adrenaline comes on really early and then fades away, but I felt the adrenaline throughout. I wanted to see where they would go next. I really, really adored the entire film as a whole, not just one half was better than the other. I think the whole thing was just really in the pocket, like you were there with them. Ali and Jackson Maine, Gaga and Cooper, are these two characters that fall in love so quickly and so honestly, and I think that's the beautiful part about this film. Their chemistry makes this film what it is. If they didn't have chemistry, this definitely wouldn't work, but they did. Don't compare it to Barbra Streisand or Judy Garland's version because you have to really involve yourself in Ali and Jack's story, no one else's. The script itself is just very natural. It's not really an improvised script. Like, the script is, there's definitely stuff written down. I don't think any of the script was wasted. Every time the characters say something, there's a point to it. I've seen the film a couple of times now, and there are words that I missed the first time around. Some of the dialogue can go over your head. There are a lot of different registers, vocal registers, so you kind of have to pay attention, but they really work for each of the characters, and everything that anyone says is important, which I love. The people who wrote it, Bradley Cooper along with Eric Roth and Will Fetters, they wrote some of my favorite films like The Best of Me, Curious Case of Benjamin Button, and Forrest Gump. So if you like any of those films, you'll definitely love this film. The visuals are absolutely stunning. Probably the best part, if you're a film nerd like me, you will love a lot of the shot composition, a lot of the interior, the exterior, the close-ups on the faces. You can really see every emotion that the characters are feeling. I love what Bradley Cooper, the way Bradley Cooper directed those scenes, along with Matthew Libatique, who is the cinematographer. He experimented a lot with colors, and this is a film you need to see more than once in the cinemas because there is so much to dissect. Yes, you can overanalyze it, but I definitely think a lot of the cinematography was purposeful. The colors red and blue are used so much throughout the film to really represent how they're feeling. You know, red to represent the danger, the passion, the warning signs, I guess, and the blue to represent sort of anxiety or isolation or worry, and there is a lot of in between. In particular, one of my favorite scenes, which I'm not going to spoil, is a performance scene, and there's a lot of hues of orange and yellow to sort of represent, I think, like that middle ground of blue and red where the characters are happy, but you know, is something going to happen next, and kind of that anticipation. So the colors are just stunning in this film. So if you see it once, please see it again and focus this time on the colors and the shot composition, and just everything was just drawn out so beautifully. You could really feel like you were there with them. But there are other scenes where you feel like you're on the outside, which I think was the point, because you weren't meant to see something, like it was a private moment and you're supposed to be like a little far away from it. So I just thought a lot of those things are interesting, and I can tell that Bradley Cooper really studied hard. He really is a true artist, because his first directorial debut, and I'm already gathering all of these things, and I can see what his vision was, and he really executed it with such brilliance. I really love what he did. There was actually a few test screenings in LA, I think maybe a year ago, and a lot of people saying that the cut was so long. So I think it was already shortened from that. And this is the final product. This is everything Bradley wanted to keep in. The editor was Jay Cassidy, who also edited a lot of David O. Russell films, which Bradley's been a part of, like Joy and Silver Linings Playbook, American Hustle, I believe. So it just makes sense that he got one of his friends to, again, edit this film. There are some points where you did want to see a little bit more, and some where you wanted to see a little bit less, but at the same time, that was his vision. I think we're supposed to feel uncomfortable if a scene's dragging on too long, and we're supposed to feel kind of slighted if a scene was cut too short, because in the film, it works a lot on subtlety. Like, the parts we want to see, we don't always get to see, because that's not the point. Sometimes, you know, you don't get to see a person's whole life played out on screen in front of you. You don't get to see the parts you want to see. I do think a lot of the editing was intentional. The sound editing is everything. I think it is the best part of this film. Bradley Cooper really knows what he's doing, and tiny spoiler, not really, but his character has a hearing problem in the film, and I think it's because he wanted to echo his real life, because growing up, Bradley Cooper had an ear infection. A lot of the moments in the film when it came to sound editing really affected me, because you're basically hearing everything that his character was hearing, which is not much. A lot of it was ringing in the ears. There were a lot of intentional drum poundings to sort of represent the noise that was going on in his head. The music is incredible. A lot of it was recorded live. I don't even know how you record things live and make them sound that great. A lot of the instrumentation, vocals, everything was recorded so beautifully, and really encapsulated you, really brought you into the scene. The opening sequence is probably one of the best moments, because you can hear the bass pounding on the floor in your legs, like you could feel it. And the way they were singing straight to your soul. Whether it was piano, whether it was guitar or a bit of violin, you felt every single note of this film, which I think was the whole point. It is a drama that is all about the music and how music can really touch you and inspire you, and it inspires these characters. So of course the sound editing was imperative. If you didn't feel like you were there, then you wouldn't feel the love that these characters were feeling. In many ways, the music did outshine the dialogue, because the lyrics and the meaning of every single song just told you everything about them that you needed to know. The performances were brilliant. It is a relatively small cast, but every single person in this film had something to say, which is a recurring theme of the film. Don't forget that. They were so beautiful. They all shared a natural chemistry and they really became a family. If you go see this film, afterwards please watch the Toronto International Film Festival press conference, because the way they talk about each other is just so wonderful to see. The thing about these characters is that you don't hate any of them because they are not the villains in the story. The villains of this story are just the simple things of human life. They're not explicitly displayed, but they're in the film, and you can tell that sometimes in life it's no one's fault. Sometimes these things happen and these are the ways that people deal with them. It's a very family and relationship driven story. Every single character is so beautiful in their own way. I love this entire cast. This film would not work without Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. What they had together, that instant connection, the love at first sight, was definitely something that was echoed on in real life. You could tell they're best friends. They're both Italian. They're both from the East Coast. There could be 100 people in the room and this film would be nothing without them, and I'm just so happy that they got to collaborate on this beautiful project and create this beautiful film together, just about true love and the trials and tribulations of love. I mean, all you can do really in life is to just try your best, and that is exactly what Ali and Jack did. And you need to see this film now. I've already talked too much. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you soon, and I hope you go see A Star Is Born. Please support them. They need ticket sales, they need box office numbers, and I'm gonna trust you to go get them. And I've loved watching other people's reviews, so please, if you've seen it, please upload a review because I love watching them. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon. Bye.